I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. Hi and welcome to Learning from the Life in UK test part 367, Taxation part 4. We're doing short impingement training, and if you participate in the short impingement training, that's at your own risk. So that is not part of book Life in UK test, that is additionally, and we're going through what the tax money is spent on. The United Kingdom makes 1,000 billions a year in total what we can spend. Of that, taxes 270 billion and 180 billion is national insurance, but we have somehow 1,000 billion. This is already part 4, so we're going again through it, but we're going to do it in a little more detail. So, general public services, they are making 150 billion. So of the 1,000 billion which the United Kingdom has, 150 billion is done for general public services. Executive and legislative organs, financial and fiscal affairs, external affairs, 22 billion. This is the courts, but courts set way somewhere else. Foreign economic aid, 7 billion. So a little bit is foreign economic aid, 7 billion. General services, 2 billion. Basic research is no number. R&D, general public services, public debt transaction, of which public debt transaction 120 billion, of which central government debt interest 80 billion, local government 1 billion, Bank of England 20 billion, public sector pension 17 billion. So public debt transaction, where's the 2 and 3 for more information? I don't really know what it is, but that 100 billion, that's the most part of the general public services. That is 10% of all what the United Kingdom has spent. So 10% of all what the United Kingdom is spending of money which I had gotten from the taxpayers, but there's somehow 700 billion which I have somewhere else from. But it must be tax. Is it company tax or something? Then defense are 50 billion. So 5% of all. Military defense is 50 billion, and then a little bit also civil defense. Foreign military aid is 2 billion. R&D defense, 2 billion. So defense is 56 billion. So 5%, 5.6% of all. It's 1,100 billion. We're taking 1,000 billion. So military defense are 5%, 50 billion, and foreign aid in defense are 2 billion. So 0.2%. Public order and safety, that are another 50 billion. So 5% of the money goes into public order and safety. That is police services, 27 billion, and immigration and citizenships makes 5 billion. So 5 billion, 50, 500. So 0.5% of the United Kingdom's money goes into immigration and citizenship. 0.5%, 0.5%. Fire protection services, 3 billion, so 0.3%. 0.3 sounds a lot. 3 billion of 1,000 billion does not sound a lot. Law courts, 8 billion. So if it would be 10 billion, it would be 1%. So 1% of United Kingdom goes into courts. 100? 1,000? The United Kingdom has 1,000 billion. If you're putting 10 billion there in, that's 1%. So the United Kingdom puts 1% of its total money into the courts. What is that so expensive? Prisons, another percent or half percent. More money in courts than in prison. And that, even though many people have to pay for it by themselves for the costs. That would be interesting how when these smaller things are then, what happens there then? Because that's just courts. Now what is costing the money in the courts? They're not the 300-year-old buildings. They're not the buildings. They're not the chairs. So what costs the money there? Are just so many people having to attend? Are the magistrates paid? I don't think so. And also the jury is not. Maybe we're getting some recompension, but it can't be much. should be all interesting. All that was never told. So when they were having economic affairs, so we didn't understand that. That's why we're here by this more detailed table. Economic affairs were making total 10%. General economic, commercial, and labor affairs, 20 billion, so 0.2%. What is it? General economic, commercial, and labor affairs, 0.2%. Then agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting, 0.5%. No, here's something wrong. If 20 billion are 0.2%, then 6 billion must be somewhere else. No, it's 0.0. 20 billion are 0.2%. 20 billion. 200 billion would be more. 20 billion are 2%. 200 billion would be a fifth. So 2%. 10,000 is 1%. So 0.5% goes into agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting. Market support, 0.3%. Other agriculture, food and fishery policy, 0.3%. And forestry, 0.02. So 200 billion. Fuel and energy, 0.7%. So 0.7 billion are going into fuel and energy. Mining, manufacturing, and construction, nothing. 800, not even a billion. Not even 1,000. Transport. Transport makes in total 0.5%. So 0.5% goes into transport. The national roads are making 0.6%. No, it can't be. 50 billion. 500 billion would be the half, so it's 5%. No. What are 50 billion? 500 billion would be the half, so that's 5%. 5% goes into transport. Railway, 2.5% going into railway. So in total, 5% of the money goes into transport. 5%, not 0.5%. 0.5% goes into the national roads. In the whole transport, 5%. In the railway are going 2.5%. In the local public transport, 0.5%. So in the railway, 2.5% are going into the trains. But the people still have to pay when they drive. Communication, nothing. Not even a billion. Other industries, nothing. So the big chunk is general economic, commercial, and labor affairs with 20 billion, and then railway with 25 billion. And R&D economic affairs. We cannot go on. We will continue in the fifth part to taxation. We will do now the short impingement training, and we participate in the short impingement training. We have the legs standing a bit further than shoulder width point apart, and we're doing forward shoulder circles. So back, front, hands down. And the last one. And now backwards, front, back, and down. And the last one. Now more advanced, we're having long arms, the hands form to fists. We're going as far back as we can with shoulders. Now we're trying to go further back with shoulders. We lift them up. Try to come high up with the shoulders while you bring them in front. Try to bring them further in front while you bring them down. Try to bring them further down while you bring them back. Try to bring them further back while you lift them up. Try to lift them high up while you bring them in front. Try to bring them further in front while you bring them down. And further down while you bring them back. Further back while you lift them up. High up while you bring them in front. And further in front, right down. And now backwards. Further in front while you lift them up. High up, back. Further back and down. Further down and in front. Further in front, up, higher up and back, and last one, further back and down. The legs are standing wide apart, we're going a bit into the knees, hinging forward with straight back. letting the arms hang. Now we're pinching the scapulars too. And we're doing that with effort. Now make fists, lift the arms up, and still pinch the scapulars together. Lift the arms down and the scapulars. And again, pinch the scapulars together with effort. Make strong fists, or just fists, and lift the arms up and still pinch the scapulars. Lift the arms down and the scapulars. And a similar exercise. Go onto the knees, hinge forward, this time with the round neck, let the arms hang, turn the arms to the inside, let the arms high up and bring them together. Straighten the back up and bring the shoulders down together. So the arms high up and together, shoulders down together. With effort, arms high up and together, shoulders down. And together, shoulders. A little longer. And release. One more time. Into the knees, hinge forward, round back, the arms hang, turn the arms to the inside. That gives less pressure onto the lower end of the biceps, of the triceps a little bit. Arms to the inside, the arms high up and together. Shoulders back, down, together. The arms high up and together. Down, together. Again with effort. A little longer. And release. Now we are just lifting the arms up and we're just observing what the scapulars are doing. If this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. So just lifting the arms up and observing whether the scapulars are opening up and getting room for the humorous to come up without that impingement happens, or if not. So just observe one last time. And again down. Now something similar, the arms to the outside, and we bring them around. And we again just observing what the scapulars are doing. The scapula should go to the outsides of the ribcage. Now the scapula should go back together. Again to the outside. And again to the inside, back together. And to the outside. And back together. And the last time. Now we're stretching. We're bringing one arm in front. Shoulders back and down. Pull the arm in. Have flat fingers. Try to relax that arm and go a bit back with the shoulder. So, shoulders back and down. Pull the arm in. Have flat fingers. Try to relax that arm and go a little bit back with the shoulders. A bit while you pull here. And try to relax the arm. And the other arm and shoulder. Shoulders back, down, pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax that arm and go a bit back with the shoulder. And that was the short and patron training. We don't have time left. I thank you very much. And until next time.